today I will be talking about the chapter 2 lesson 3, which is the ethnocentrism and relativism. So first, let us define what is ethnocentrism. So ethnocentrism is judging other cultures solely by the values and standards of the culture. Ethnocentric individuals judge other group relatives their own ethnic group or culture, especially with concern for language, behavior, customs, and religion. These ethnic distinctions of division serves to define each culture, ethnicity, unique culture identity. So ethnocentrism is all about the evaluation of their own culture, which is they are basing on their own standards. According to William J. Summer, ethnocentrism is defined as the technical name of the view of things in which one's own group is the center of everything and all others are skilled and rated with inference to it. He further characterized it as often leading to pride, vanity, beliefs of one's group superiority, and competence of outsider. While in the study of anthropology, ethnocentric are people born into a particular culture that grows up absorbing the values and behavior. Culture will develop a world that considers their culture to be the norm. If people then experience other cultures that have different values and normal behaviors, they will find that thought patterns appropriate to their birth culture are not appropriate for the new culture, as they already satisfied and agree with their past culture. However, since people are accustomed to their birth culture, it can be difficult for them to see the behaviors of people from different culture from the viewpoint of the culture rather than from their own. Example of ethnocentrism include religion-centric construct claiming a divine association like divine nation, one nation under God, God's own country, God's chosen people, and God's promised land. Cultural relativism is the principle that individual person's beliefs and activities should be understood by the others in terms of the individual's own culture. It was a part of response to Western ethnocentrism may take obvious forms in which one continuously believes that the one's people art are the most beautiful, values the most virtuous, and believes the most truthful. Based on Bush first articulating the idea in 1987, civilization is not something absolute, but it is relative, and our ideas, our conception, are true only as our civilization goes. However, Bush did not coin the term. Franz Bush, originally trained in physics and geography, argued that one's culture may mediate and thus limit one's perception in least obvious ways. Next is the understanding of culture confront anthropologists with two problems. The first is how to escape the unconscious bonds of the one's own culture, which inevitable bias our perception of the reaction to the world. Second is how to make sense of unfamiliar culture. So as each of us has a different birth culture, it's also necessary to adapt or try to learn new culture which is new or unfamiliar to us. Generalization. So ethnocentrism that is a tendency to assume that one culture and way of life represent the norm are superior to all others. While the cultural relativism, this is the view of people behavior from the perspective of their own culture.